So here you will get the compile time error. Let us see that one. Okay, let us see that one with example. Observe here. Okay, observe. SOP of double line equals to new string. Getting? Do you have any relationship with int and a string? No, you are not having any relationship between primitive int and string. Getting? So here you will get the compile time error as incomparable types. Getting? Incomparable types. What is that? Int comma java.lang.string. Getting? java.lang.string. These are some few differences between double equals operator and equals method. And now let me discuss the most important thing of this particular double equals operator. It is not at all, it is no way meant for comparing hash codes. It is always meant for comparing reference variables. The best example for that one means, observe here. Okay, so in string class we all know equals method and hash code method has been overridden, right? Why? To avoid duplicates within the hashing related data structure. We have understood that one, right? Now observe here. Take a string. Getting? A string s equals to new string. Getting? String, let it be high. Getting? Let it be high. What is that? It is what is that? It is, that is, this operator is it is meant for reference value comparison. Getting? But not hash codes. But not what? Hash codes. Okay, now other variable, let it be new string of high. Getting? And now what will happen at memory? What will happen at memory? Observe, there will be an object. Yes. Okay, there will be an object called yes. Let it be the address as what? 0x001. Okay, now the data, let it be as what? High. Getting? Now this approximate hexadecimal string value is what? Our reference value. Okay, so let it be as what? 9f. So the value be as what? 9f. Because of this statement, this has been created. Now let's go for this instruction thing. Okay, so the value be as what? High. Getting? And now here the reference be, let it be, here the address is what? 002. So s1 is what? Let it be 99f. Okay, now observe here. Okay, now observe here, if I use and one more thing, then string class hash code method has been overridden. Getting? In which way? Whatever the properties or attributes we have considered as part of equals method. Getting? Now within the equals method, this value will be the attribute to tell whether two objects are equal or not. Okay, so here the hash code method also will consider this value variable data only. Getting? To give what? Hash codes. Let it be the customize the hash code value as what? 113. Getting? Let it be here also 113. This is what? Hash code. Getting? This is what? Customize the hash code. That is our string class hash code method value. Getting? Now if I use SOP of s double equals to s1, what is the what is the answer to us? It will return to us false. Observe here. Okay, s value is what? F. S1 value is what? 99F. Getting? S value is what? 9F. S1 value is what? 99F. It is no way meant for hash codes. Okay. It is always meant for what? A reference values comparison only. Okay. So let me execute. First only this one, okay, this one and this one, okay, and we have compiled and executed this one n number of ways. Okay, let me show this compile time error and this one. Okay, just only these two things. So what we have discussed here, the first thing is what? It is applicable, that is you can use double equals operator for both primitive data types and for the user defined data types, that is for the reference variables also. Getting? In the case of primitives, it will compare the value, it will compare the value holding by the variable. So that's why observe here you will get the output as what? If both the operand holding values are same, means it will give true. Getting? But whereas in the case of user defined data type, or whereas in the case of reference values, getting, it is meant for comparing a reference variable value only. What is that? It is meant for comparing reference variable value. For that, the best example is what? String s1 equals to new string hello. So because of that one, an object has been created at memory. There will be an unique address for each and every object. That address approximate hexadecimal string value is what? Our reference, and this address approximate integer value is hash code. Okay, let it be the hash code was 0011. Getting? Hash code will be generated by object class hash code method. Getting? And this object address approximate integer value will be as what? Hash code. Let it be as what? 1123. Getting? Now observe here, in string class this is a string object, right? Underlying object is what? String. Both are what, guys? String objects. Now observe here, okay, hash code method has been overridden there. Why? To avoid the duplicate. So the hash code method will be having implementation to give the hash code value based on the object data. Let it be the value as 993. Here this object data is same, and it is what? A string object. Hash code method has been overwritten, and this underlying object is also string. Okay, and the value is what? Hello. So even here the hash code will be same. That the hash code method implementation within the string class is using this object data to generate what? Hash code. So both the objects hash codes will be same. Let it be as what? 993. This is generated by object class hash code method. This one by string class hash code method. Getting? Observe, very important and specific thing. So if you use s1 double equals operator s2, it will give false to us. Getting? And you cannot compare, or you cannot check two objects of same type having same data. Getting? You cannot check that data within the objects. It is checking only these variable values. It's not checking this value. It is not checking the object data. In order to do that one, you are going to equals method overriding. Getting? You are going for equals method overriding, and here we are overriding equals method in a particular way to perform object data comparison. Okay, and also one more thing, you can override this particular method to perform what? Object data comparison. If you are not overriding, what happens? Hello mister, you are overriding this one, right? Yes, mister. You are overriding this particular equals method to write this logic and perform what? Object data comparison. If you are not overriding, what happens? Then equals method of for this class I have said here false. Getting? So if I don't override this method, if this method itself not available currently, observe, getting, is not available, and if I call a dot equals of a1, then object class equals method will be executing. In that object class, the equals method, getting, the equals method is having implementation, getting, the equals method is having implementation, that is logic to perform reference variable values, getting, reference variable values, getting, but not what? Object data comparison, getting, it is meant for what? A reference value comparison, getting, and it is applicable only to the user defined data type variables, that is for reference variables only. It is applicable only for the reference variables. Okay, now what's the next thing we have seen? If there is, if you are passing here, getting, if you are passing as an argument any other type, and if you are passing any null values as an argument to equals method, you should not raise class cast exception and you should not raise null pointer exception. Instead, what you have to do, you have to raise, or you have to give false. Okay, because this null pointer exception and class cast exceptions are what they are? Unchecked exceptions, getting, unchecked exceptions, getting, unchecked exceptions, meaning is you should not raise that exceptions. Programmer is responsible to avoid those unchecked exceptions. Okay, now what's the other one? If there is no relationship between two operands, this is left operand and this one is what? Right operand. Getting, guys? Left operand, right operand. If there is no relationship between two operands at the time of double equals operator usage, then you will get compile time error as what? Incomparable types, int, and other one is what? String, java.lang. A string. Okay, this is what our double equals operator and equals method differences. Okay, definitely some guys will be asking you, please write the code. Okay, don't, some guys will be accepting your words. Okay, some guys will not accept, they want only the code from you. Okay, some interviewers will be expecting code from you. Okay, then if you write the code, they will believe that you are having good analysis skills. Okay, now observe. Now here this double equals operator is always meant for reference comparison but not for hash. Okay, most of us will get confused here. Okay, just make note of this one. Okay, it is meant for meant for comparing reference variable value but not hash code. Okay, observe, but not for hash code. Okay, best example is what? This one. I have taken string s equals to new string hi. Because of that statement, an object has been created which is of type string, getting, which is of type string, getting. Now there is the data. Mister, what is this value? You might be getting doubt. Within the string class, let it be the variable is value. I have assumed the the name as what? A value. That's why I have assigned that value equals to hi. Okay, so it is having different address, and that address equivalent, approximate int value is what? Hash code, which will generate by object class hash code. Okay, and now, and these two hash codes are what? This string class hash codes. Okay, string class hash code method generated value is this one. String class hash code method generated value is this one. Of course, here there will be object class hash code method generated value. Let it be 993f. Okay, not 993f, 9937, and let it be here 1137. 7. Okay, this is generated by object class hash code method. Okay, it is a native method there. Okay, this one generated by string class method. Okay, generated by string class method. Okay, so within string class hash code method is overwritten by considering this object data. Here object data high, here object data high, so the hash codes will be same. Okay, so the object, that overridden hash code method will return the same value. Okay, so because of this statement, this object has been created with reference as what, double line f, and here with the reference value as what, 9f. And if I do compare both the reference variables by using double equals operator, what will be the answer? False. Getting? It is no way meant for comparing hash codes. Okay, getting? It is meant for reference variable value comparison only. Getting? And of course, let me compile and execute this code, and if you want, just for a while I will compare, I will run even this code. Okay, first let me go with this code. Okay, first, and this, let it be third one and fourth one. Okay, now observe here. First let me compile and execute this code. Observe. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now observe here. Okay, let me take what, one variable as what, int I equals to 9. Okay, now observe here. Let me take a equals to new a. Okay, and a1 equals to new a. Okay, now system dot out dot println a dot equals of a1. Okay, now it will return what, false to us. Why? No equals method within this class. Okay, now it will return false to us as an output to us. Okay, observe here, java c, what is the source file name here? With which name I have saved this one? With name called test. Okay, observe, yes, with name called test. Okay, now put tester.java, compile it. What is this? Okay, I missed a semicolon. Okay, now yes, now observe this one. Okay, now let me run this one. What is the main method corresponding class name? Capital A. Observe here, let me put that one, java space capital A, so it will return false. Okay, so in order to perform content comparison or else the object data comparison, you have to override equals method. Okay, public boolean equals of object o. Okay, now observe here. Okay, if what is that? O instance of a, getting, and use one boolean complement operator, getting, then return what, false. If how I am writing this logic means I have explained all of these things at our earlier session. Please refer that one. Okay, and now perform typecasting. Okay, what is the variable name? We have taken a1. Okay, now what is that? If a1 dot I equals to I, then return what? True. Getting? Otherwise return false. Okay, now if I do compile and run this piece of code, it will give answer as true. Why? I customize the equals method in my class to perform what? Content comparison. Okay, observe here. Okay, observe, true. Earlier it was false, now it is true. Okay, now let me compile and execute this piece of code. Okay, this one, simple thing, this one and this one. Okay, and now observe here, I said that, let me prove one second, class cast exception, null pointer exception, right? If this statement is not available, that is, if this if block statement is not available, means you will get class cast exception at this statement, and you will get null pointer exception also. I hope it will be here only. Okay, I am not guarantee about that particular thing. You will get null pointer exception at somewhere. Okay, I hope at this statement only you will get. Observe here, if I comment these two statements, yes,